Hey everybody, it's Dave Demangos here, and I have Dan Labor with Cross Country Mortgage on today, and he is going to help us understand whether it's a good time to buy, what are rates expected to do, and when should somebody maybe refinance. So Dan, I mean, we all know that this market, nobody's ever been in, around, or even anything near what we're hearing in the news and seeing. With specifically San Diego, there is, a slight drop in prices. You're working with the same buyers I am, of course. And what can you tell us? So let's talk about, like, what are rates expected? What's expected to happen with rates? Because I'm hearing we're going to go to maybe 8%. And you told me this morning that there's some good news on the horizon.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, we are in the trenches right now as far as rates are going, but Fannie Mae just came out and said that in 2023 rates are expected to go back to 4.5%. So that is the light at the end of the tunnel from what I'm seeing. And for buyers currently in the market or people thinking about buying, to be honest with you.
Yeah. So is it? I get asked all the time at the gym, twice in the last 3 or 4 days. I had one lady ask me, I posted this on my YouTube short. She said, Dave, if the market's going down and no one's buying, what do you do all day? And I said, well, I don't just sit around. That's what the average do, right? You actually help people that are like looking to buy, because right now, can you see that? Yeah, you probably can't see the numbers, but every single day that a home can close, 10 to 14,000 are closing, even today. So 10 to 15,000, 10 to 14,000-ish people close on a home. It doesn't matter if rates are at 20% or 2.5%, right?
That's
so
crazy. Yeah.
It's obvious that it doesn't matter what the market's doing. There's always buyers and sellers out there.
Absolutely. Yeah. And if you want to buy, you're going to buy, and you're going to figure out the best way to do it. No matter what market you're in, rates are low, you're going to figure out how to get your offer accepted over others. If rates are high, you're going to figure out what you can do to get yourself into that position too, whether it's through seller credits and doing a temporary buy down, or whether it's just doing a full buy down and waiting to refinance.
Like a 2-1 buy down, that's like real common, right?
Exactly. Yep. We have a 2-1 buy down happening right now with a VA client, and he's saving $1,000 his first 12 months, and then $550 his second 12 months. So really great for him to have incur those savings in the market that we're in right now.
So in that buyer consultation, at least with me, we go right to our lenders like Dan and ask them to help the buyer understand what to expect in the next 2, 3, 5 years, right? So what do you? Is it a good time to buy? Just in your opinion, do you feel, of course, for the right buyer, that today would be a good time to buy a house?
I feel so. I think we see the dip happen, and now we're starting to see it, in my opinion, start to get to a point where you're seeing price reductions and seller credits. And so you can get a really good deal right now. You're buying a house that is going to appraise for what houses we're appraising for, but now you're getting let's say a $20,000 price reduction on it. And then they're slapping on another 15K seller credit. So you're not having to pay for the rate, and you're getting to go into a house that already has equity waiting for you.
Sure.
I think it's a great situation to get into. And then as rates continue to decrease to Fannie Mae levels, then you can see yourself saving anywhere between $150 to $1,000 on your monthly payment.
Yeah, and of course, as a homeowner, you can work on your own house. You're not going to get kicked out if you're renting. Over time, you're almost guaranteed to build equity, right? If you're staying in it, you're not. I wouldn't recommend somebody buy a house right now, try and flip it and sell it. Obviously, it's probably not the market for that. So there are buyers out there that are actually closing on homes. So it depends on the person. I did hear, we were in a mastermind today, and they said right now 52% of escrows in San Diego are falling out of escrow just because there's so much uncertainty in the market.
And it is crazy. So,
Awesome.
and a great way to create more certainty, David, is having your lender show what that certainty looks like for the future. So one client of mine was so concerned about them buying a house and then the house going down and dropping in value. I created a appreciation forecast report, and I gave them 2 different viewpoints. One was forecasted, and forecasted is really crazy right now. If you look at San Diego, and our appreciation. And then I give them historical. I tell them, look, if you just go off historical, I wouldn't necessarily worry about your home losing value over time if you plan on staying in it for 10 years.
Yeah,
So,
and right now it's the average. It was like 6 to 8 10 years ago, and now it's like around 10ish. So people
yeah, it's
are
crazy.
Yeah. Last question: when should somebody refinance?
I would recommend looking at where the rates are 6 months after your purchase. That way you have time, you've skipped your first 2 payments, you've made your 4th payment, and I would look at where rates are going to be at that point. If you're looking at getting into where rates are right now and then seeing it go down to, let's just say 5.5%, that's where you're going to be seeing a really good savings level happen for you. And if you can even be patient enough for it to go down to 4.5 as Fannie's anticipating, I mean, that's where you're going to see the most bang for your buck there. So
Yeah.
that's exactly where I would look at, waiting exactly about 6 to 12 months and then seeing where rates are at that point.
Awesome. Well, how does somebody get a hold of you if they need to get more information?
Yeah, you can call my direct cell phone number. It's 619-248-8318, or you can reach me at Dan Laver at Cross Country Mortgage on Google. Both 2 great ways to find me.
Awesome. Hey, thanks for your time, bud. Really
Hey, thank you so much, David. Thank you for having me.
All right, you got it.